How would you describe the market right now?
The market is very much a buyer's market. And it's been a buyer's market for, I want to say, the last 3 years. Since kind of the beginning of 2016. There's more inventory on the market now in New York City than there has been in the last couple of years combined, which isn't a bad thing. People say buyer's market and they say, oh, too much inventory, as if it's this bad thing and it's bad for the housing market, but it's not. Like, getting buyers the opportunity to not have to jump right then. Right. It's great for me. I'm a broker, but at the same time, it gives them more time to make the right decision, and it brings equilibrium to a marketplace where when it's straight up or straight down, that's never good.
Right. It's not a frenzied moment. But what does that mean for your job as a broker in terms of what advice you have to give people who are selling, what advice you give people who are buying?
I mean, we use a lot of different things, right? What's true about right now is that people are still buying homes. Interest rates are still really low, so you can't use interest rates to drive urgency anymore. I never have been able to, because I got into the business the day Lehman Brothers filed for bankruptcy. So interest rates have been low my entire career. So you can't say, well, interest rates are going up, because they haven't for 10 years. But for sellers, listen, if the market gets worse, a slower deal that you could take today could be even worse next year. And for buyers, it's just about finding a place that you like, hopefully that you love, and you get it at a fair price.
Let's talk a little bit about how your job as a broker has changed. You mentioned that since the day you got into this, you've had historically low mortgage rates that have been out there.
Yeah.
But you've also had the influx of social media and all of these things coming kind of to a head. So how has that changed your job? What do you see?
I mean, when I first got into the real estate business, my first clients were either people I met on the street, like at Starbucks, or outside Saks Fifth Avenue, or people I met on Craigslist. And that was it. Or you'd have connections and you'd have sellers, and from those sellers would come other buyers. Now, we make property videos and we put them on YouTube. My YouTube channel now is a huge business for me. We just had a girl who saw a property video we had for a house that was asking $15 million, and she told her mother to come and take a look at it. And the mother came through, and the mother said, I was never going to come and see this before, but my daughter told me to come take a look at it, and here I am, and she bought it for $13 million.
That's amazing.
And that happens, that's a high price, but that happens at all different price points, because kind of that point of entry for the product now has totally changed. It's not the New York Times, it's not Craigslist anymore. Right. Now it's, how are you reaching people? Through Instagram, through Facebook, through YouTube. Like, there's so many different ways that people get information, and as a top real estate agent, you have to be everywhere.
Your tips in the book, you have all kinds of great selling tips, and it works for people who aren't just brokers. What kind of advice would you be giving to people who are looking? They see what you're doing and they think, okay, I can be better at what I'm doing too. Yeah,
it's been amazing, because the book came out a year ago and it's done so incredibly well and totally blows my mind. I only thought my mom was going to buy it over and over and over. And actually, my mom only bought one. She was like, I want to save more for other people. I'm like, Mom, come on, you could buy a couple more. And she wouldn't do it. A lot of people who are not in real estate buy the book. And I wrote it for anybody who is in business, anyone who's in sales. People who have written to me saying, listen, your book helped me get a second date, because it helped me realize what first impressions are, and how your first impression is your last impression if you're not careful. And I talk about all of that in the book, and really kind of breaking down how your relationships and the way that you start your relationships and the way you carry your relationships on are the most important thing you have in life. And so in sales, that's how we make money. Right? How I make a relationship with you that then carries on to maybe looking at a house 2 or 3 or 10 years from now is the way that I've built my entire business. It's not about selling a banana once, right? It's about growing the trees and building the farm, and anybody can do it. Like, literally anybody can sell and make more money if they want to. And I put all of that in the book.